Hey there, and welcome to Hot Seat. And we are here to explore the reasons of why. What's the why? What's the purpose? What drives business owners to do what they do? If it's what you're looking for, to get motivated, well, we look forward to sharing this episode with you. I'm your host, Kelvin Holiday, and I am enjoying the fact that we can explore people's why and motivate others. So stay tuned for this exciting new episode. 15 minutes, fast paced. Let's do it. Well, hey folks, coming back here to Hot Seat, and we have got a very special man here. He's just come back from an epic travel around the world, walking 800 kilometers. He's just told me a little bit about it, but he's going to be here to share his insights and his passion for life. Johann, come on into the hot seat, buddy.
Here we go. There we are.
There he is. How are you, mate?
I'm fantastic, dude. Thank you for having me here. It's an honor.
Mate, it is good. You've just come back from an epic trip. We might get into that a little bit of time, but mate, can I just start off? Who's Johann? Like, I know you got Comet and in the white label suite. You're a guru at the marketing space. We might have a chat about that later, but mate, we just want to know who you are. Tell us a bit about your family, what you love in life.
Yeah, for sure. Family, wife, 2 kids. My son's 8, my daughter's 6. My wife is when we met at a friend's wedding, and then we really hit it off. And then we went out the next morning, had a great coffee. I went home to do some due diligence and check her out on Facebook. We were already friends for 5 years before that. She'd been to my house for parties, all this kind of stuff. Anyway, and so we've been together now 16 years. So time has flown very quickly. So that's my family. Who am I? Dude, a lot of people describe me as a bumblebee. Bumblebee, because bumblebees, they've got these tiny little wings, and they're not meant to fly aerodynamically and things like that, but they just do, right? So I have a software company, and I've never written a line of code in my life. I'm a trained agricultural scientist. That's what I did my honors in, my PhD in. And then just got into tech. I love technology. And right now, like, we are on one of the greatest, new changes in the entire world, which is AI. And so we're all up in AI. My kids use AI every day. They're writing stories, they're building prototypes of little creatures that they're 3D printing. And, we've never had a time like we are in right now, and it's one of the most exciting times. So who am I? I just love technology. I love people. My superpower is people, connections, meeting the right, connecting the right people. When I was back in school, I'd go talk to this group, talk to that group, talk to that group, understand everybody's problems, and then just bring people together and go, you two need to talk about this. And here we are, how 25 plus years later, still doing the same thing. Hey, Ken, you got this issue? Cool. I know who can solve it. Let's bring him in. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
And technology is the way to do that, right? Makes it easy.
It's the vehicle, mate. And that's what I love about you. Like we've known each other for probably about 12, 18 months thereabouts when we first met. But it was sort of like the minute that I met you, it was like, oh, he's the long lost friend. But you just got that magnetic appeal. So it's pretty cool. So you've gone off, you've done your PhD, so you're a bit of a brainiac. So and you love your technology. Tell me a little bit about that journey. So you said you started a technology company, but yet it didn't know anything about writing a line of code. That's a very interesting space. The passion? How did you actually do that?
Yeah, for sure. So I got my break in e-commerce. So I moved into the country. In the country, there was nothing to do after like 6 p.m. because everything was closed. So I used to sit down and educate myself and learn about how to make money, because I had a big vision about where I wanted my life to be. And then I discovered e-commerce. So I built, I didn't even have to build anything. I just leveraged eBay. So I used to buy off a website, sell it on eBay. And then that's how I built, this nice little ecosystem. Buy from one place, buy low, sell high, the most basic business that there ever is. So from there, I went into, I don't even need to now buy stuff, because this website that I was buying diamonds off, they had an affiliate program. So now all I did was got my affiliate link, and I would advertise it on Facebook. We're talking 2007. And I was generating leads for 5 cents a click, 10 cents a click. People go to this website, they're spending $1,000 on average for a diamond. So I was turning 5 cents into $150 all day, every day, right? So that's how affiliate marketing works. From affiliate marketing, went into CPA marketing, which is cost per acquisition. So all the banks, Commonwealth Bank, Westpac Bank, they've got new credit cards, that sort of thing. So they find affiliate marketers to promote it. They use a CPA network to do that. So the CPA network, I'd log in every morning. Again, one-man band stuff, right? Log in every morning, look at what the offers are. Oh, go, oh, cool. Yeah, Timberland shoes. I can promote that on a basketball site. And yeah, that's all I did. Just became a media buyer. And then from there, met this guy who said, "Hey, I need a hand filling a room with, I've spent 6 months building this amazing program, but nobody's coming to my event." I said, "Okay, cool. Well, that's easy." Sat down, set up a landing page, drove some traffic from LinkedIn, targeted CEOs and directors. And in a week, he had 80 CEOs and directors registered for the event. And he goes, "Man, you've changed my life. This is absolutely insane. What can I give you other than the money?" I said, "Dude, give me 10, 15 minutes to talk." So now I'm on stage in front of these CEOs talking about how I got them all into the room. And then all these guys started putting up their hands saying, "Hey, can you do this for me?" And so then I had the great idea to build a digital agency, which we all know is a very, very hard thing to do. And I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And before you knew it, I had 40 clients on board. I think I had about 15 staff. I had project managers. I was not sleeping. Life was horrible because you couldn't shut the brain off. I became project manager. I became, micromanager. I became client success. I became all these things, going from a one-man band to that switch to a person who's running a company is completely different because now you have to manage staff. I don't know how many, I had a lot of staff in the Philippines and Pakistan and India at that point in time. We're talking now 2010. I had so many guys with, I don't know how many grandmas they had, but a lot of grandmas would be falling ill and stuff, so they couldn't come to work. I'm sure you know what all about that.
Oh,
Anybody who
done that, yes.
anybody who outsources does that. And so anyway, so we got into technology, and then we got into building complicated technology. So if you've been through the airport and you've gone through and scanned your passport and it scans your face and says you can go through, those gates that open up. So we built the facial recognition technology back in 2012, long time ago. So we got known as the guys who build hard technology. And so we got a lot of contracts that way, and that's how we grew. Moved into this building in the middle of Melbourne in the city, and it's the most advanced building that there ever was back then. Again, 2012. And I got a piece of paper under my door. The piece of paper said, "Your windows are getting clean." Okay. And then the next day I get another one saying the gym is out of order. So one whole A4 piece of paper with one sentence on it, and some poor soul has walked around the entire building putting these under the door. Again, we're 2012, right? 12 years ago. People didn't know much. I said, "Hey, what?" After a month, I've got an inch of paper sitting on the table. Took it, went to the building manager. I said, "Dude, how much is this costing me?" He said, "It's $1 per sheet." $1 per sheet, 500 apartments twice a day, $1,000 a day just to tell me the pool is out of order. I said, "Why don't we build a mobile app for the building?" And so he's like, "I don't know what that is. Show me." So I went to Dubai, looked at all their stuff, came back. We created a prototype, pitched it. These guys loved it. And a promise from that company was, "We will save you $3 million a year in costs." So we grew that company to 20 million in 4 years. And I sold it in 2019. So that's the story of going from a solopreneur through to a company owner, through to building some hardcore technology, to building a founded need in the building space, selling the company. And then after that, I met Walt, and we started building Comet, and it's been one of the best rides of our lives. Actually, in 2021, we started Comet, and yeah, here we are 3 years later, and it's growing and growing and growing, and the AI is just insane, as I said. And so now we're in the most, I can't sleep at night because we have everyone in the world has access to some of the best technology at their fingertips. It's unbelievable what you can do with it.
Mate, I'm. It's very hard to actually say. I'm speechless. Like your journey, and wow, that is so many things. But just from a piece of paper under your door to a massive business opportunity, that is a different way of thinking. So what do you think it is that actually makes you tick? Like what was it? You just see a problem? Like how does that
Yes.
work?
I read this book in 1996, and it was called Unlimited Wealth. It changed my brain. It changed my brain because what it does is it shows you that there's opportunities everywhere. So now you tie that book, and I was, doing a lot of personal development in 1996, and Jim Rohn came about. I think it was Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn and Brian Tracy, one of them said, the way to get what you want is by helping many people get what they want. And so my brain was always wired around who can I help? Who can I help? Who can I? Every day I wake up, I'm like, who can I help? What problems can I solve? And then there's always somebody in my network who can help solve that problem. So by talking to people, by understanding their superpowers, and then connecting them to the right person, that's my whole mindset.
That's so simple. All right. And we say it a lot, but then we get it back into, or hang on a second, I've got to sell my widget. All right. So it becomes back insular. But you just and I know that I know this about you. This is one of the, as I said, one of the magnetic sort of features or characteristics of your personality is how can I help? And how do you encourage, et cetera, et cetera. So you talk about Jim Rohn and a couple of different people. Who are some of the other inspirational people that you've learned
Yeah,
from?
for sure. Dude, I've got quite a few. And on my Facebook, actually, if you click on my banner, I literally put up a photo of all the mentors that I've ever had. And your brain is a big supercomputer, right? And so whatever you feed it, input equals output. So those are the people whose brains I have been able to consume through all their readings, through their books and everything. One of the main ones is Chet Holmes. Chet Holmes is strategies on sales is absolutely incredible. Using his methodologies allowed us to grow companies so quickly, because that book, Ultimate Sales Machine, check it out. And Amanda Holmes has taken over the company. Chet Holmes, rest in peace. He passed away, unfortunately, at a very young age. But yeah, one of my ultimate mentors is Chet Holmes. Tony Robbins, when I was a young man, 18, 19, that made a massive difference. I went from a university student who was failing. All I did was play pool and go out partying and stuff to graduating with honors. And that was just a 1 year journey. So it was the best $350 investment I ever made in his Get the Edge program. And back then I was making $5.26 an hour. I had to go to my mom and ask her for a loan. I'm like, can I please borrow $350? Because I want to do this program and I'll pay you back. And she goes, yeah, sure, no problem. And it was the best investment I ever made.
Wow. So cool. And what I just heard there, and I hear this a lot from the entrepreneurs that really make a success, is they know what they want. You knew that that's what was going to make a difference to you. You couldn't afford it, but you found a way to afford it. Now, good old mum and dad. The bank of mum and dad is always a good place to go, but can't always do that. But just find a way to that self-development and stuff, mate. This is excellent. So now let's just fast forward because I would love to invite you back and do a tool time at some stage, and we can get into your mindset and really give some people some value. But you're now with Walt. He's another legend and
Sure.
you guys have created an epic offering with Comet and your white label suite. Tell us a little bit about that particular journey. Only 3 years going for, so.
Yeah. So 6 years ago, Walt interviewed me on his podcast. So I love podcasts. And then every couple of months, he'd chase me up going, hey, man, can we be in business? Can we be in business? What are you up to? I'm like, dude, I'm busy, all this stuff. And then we just so happened to we were in lockdown and we got let out over here. And I flew up to the Gold Coast, me, the family, and the family wakes up late. So I messaged Walt and I'm like, hey, man, do you want to do breakfast? He's like, sure. So we catch up for breakfast, 6 a.m. And Walt tells me about all of these companies that he's got, all these bits of software that he's got. I'm like, dude, this is mind blowing. If this does what you say that it does, this is absolutely mind blowing. He goes, it's not something that's new. He's had it for 13 years, this bit of software. He used to sell it at trade shows on a CD, right? That's how old this stuff is. Anyway, so I go, hey, let's, this is how you should create the offer. So he created a brand new offer and he launched it all as a one. And he came back a couple of weeks later. He's like, dude, that was epic. I want to be business partners. And so just at that time, I went, yeah, you know what? Let's give this a go. I go, look, I'm going to give you 100% of me. I'm not asking you for anything in return, and I'm giving you in writing. You can kick me out of the company at any time until December. You know, we're working together for 6 months. I'm going to do it without expecting anything back. So we work together. I have a thing about working with people. If they match my energy and passion, and that's who I want to be in business with. And Walt trumps me with that. Like, the dude is a freaking workhorse. He's a machine. He's brilliant. He's a genius. And so I'm honored to be in business with him. And so that entire tool, it's, hey, find me every CEO in Melbourne who invests in property, who drives a Maserati, who loves personal development. Boom, here's a list of all of them. Now I know exactly how I want to connect with them. It's my ultimate connection tool. So when I saw this thing in action, and now that was 3 years ago, by the way. Now it's evolved so much and makes life so much easier. Now we can connect to absolutely anybody on the planet using this technology. That's how powerful it is. And it's like, most people don't understand the power that they have and the ability to connect with people. And now there's no more excuses. You say, hey, I want to, like, I read books. And when I read a book, I'll look up the author and then I'll make friends with them on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever. And then we have a chat about the book. And because I've obviously read their book, I have a good conversation with them. When has there ever been a time where I can now, at the click of a button, talk to the person whose book I just read, who they spent 10 years writing a book? And now I've consumed all of their knowledge, and now it's part of my, frameworks. Anyway.
Mate, I already said it once, I'm going to say it again. That's all I can say. Mate, this has been one of the fastest hot seats I've ever been through, mate. We're up on time. I'm going to ask you, mate. Yeah, I imagine you've got a big bag of tricks there and a big toolbox of tips you can give. But what would be that one hot tip you can give listeners to today? People make business. So nothing matters more than people. If you actually genuinely care about people and you can actually help them, because you never know. At one point in time, you'll be up and then you might be down, and those are the people who are there to help you. And I have mentored many people, and I have been through ups and downs. And when I was down, those people picked me back up. So by having a good group of people of the same mindset, you become unstoppable, because those people are always holding you to higher standards and they expect more from you. And you just got to keep going, and you all grow together. Mate, people. Mate, you are good people. Johann, it's been an absolute pleasure having you, man.
Thanks, man. It's been a pleasure. I appreciate you. I think you're amazing, and I'm really honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Mate, it's been good. Well, I look forward to get you back onto one of our tool times and unleash a bit of your expertise. Folks, this has been one of those times that you really need to rewind, have a look, have a think, and take Johann's advice. Go and stalk him on Facebook, see some of his mentors, go out there, make a connection with him, because he is one person in this world you really would like to build a relationship with. That's all for now. Thanks for having us, and we'll see you again here on Hot Seat very, very soon. Thanks for joining us here at Hot Seat. It's been an amazing event. It is a place where you can actually enjoy and be inspired by the why of others, the drive of the purpose and the passion. Please like and share this podcast with as many people as you can to inspire them to make a difference in this world. Have an awesome day. Unleash.